Peace. All right, so um, I'm not gonna be on here long. Probably like a good 15 minutes or 20, don't know. But I want to say I was probably, let's go out and say I was this was like probably like 10, 15 years ago. Probably 10, 15 years ago. Um, I was working at this hospital, and there was this guy, a coworker of mine, two of them to be exact. One of them was scared of the other one for some reason. The guy told me why he was scared. He said that the guy wanted to really talk to me. And he said that he really wanted to tell me something. He said, I know what he wanted to tell you. And I'm like, okay. He said, you won't believe what you about to hear about what the guy about to tell you. I'm like, okay. So the guy told me that dude was a werewolf or whatever. He said that he had a message for me. And I was like, what kind of message you have? He said, something you need to talk to you, and I was supposed to only talk to you about it. The weirdness that go on in my life, okay? So what happened, the guy told me that everything you see for the skyscrapers, things that's going on across the globe, he said a lot of that's going to change. He said that there are beings like myself and many others that are waiting for a final showdown. I'm talking about like probably like Lord of the Rings kind of type stuff. He said there's going to be UFOs present. He said that it's going to be a final showdown of those that are with nature and those that are against nature. And he said that I will be there. And I asked him, what side are you on? He was like, I don't know what side I'm on. And I was like, okay, so an old teacher of mine that taught me Reiki and how to do peace, peace. You know what? How about this? This is how I know it'll probably be you, dude. I know who you are. Don't be hating because I'm saying something. Anyway, the guy literally said, the guy literally said, um, the brother was like, yeah, it's gonna be no UFO. It's gonna be a lot of UFOs. He said it's gonna be a lot of UFOs and people from different walks of life. Peace. How you doing? Said people from different walks of life. He said that um you're gonna have UFOs and elementals there. Nothing was going on. Peace with you. He said it's gonna be. He said that it's gonna be elementals there, UFOs, and there's gonna be beings and different creatures that's gonna be present there. This is what he said. He said this. He said it's the final showdown. The crazy thing is, Dr. Delbert Blair spoke on this many years ago. You know what I'm saying? So he said that you're going to be surprised who you see there during that time period. I was like, word. He was like, yeah. So I asked him again. I said, yo, what side you on? You know what I'm saying? He was like, what's? I said, what you mean? I said, what side you on? He said, well, I can't. I don't know what side I'm on. And I'm like, well, I need to know what side you on because you coming to me with this information. And it's kind of crazy. You coming at me and only want to tell me. Now, before that, that's when the PS3 was hot or the PS4, whatever it was during that year. He told me that, right? And now it's crazy because it's documentaries talking about werewolves that's out there, and especially sightings in Louisiana they're called the Lugaroo or the Rougarou, one of them. And this guy told me what's going to happen. He said his grandmother told him to tell me all this stuff is about to happen, and that a lot of things about to take place, a lot of changes, a lot of evidence and stuff is going to happen. So I just want to share that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not making none of this stuff up. Um, you want to look up this thing called the Luger Rule or the werewolf documentaries and all of that. This stuff is real. They had a show on HBO with this brother that literally said he was in Louisiana. And he said when he was in Louisiana, I said this on another stream, he said that he met this girl at his job. The girl at his job, peace. The girl at his job, he tried to holler at her. Nothing was going on. He tried to holler at her, and she gave my address. The address was a basketball court. Dude was looking for the woman. Dude was looking for the woman, right? He ain't see her, so he waited. Then he started playing basketball with the guys there, right? Fast forward, it started getting dark. He ain't see the girl. Next thing you know, they saw a werewolf, and the werewolf, this is a true story. The werewolf was actually the female that he met at his job. And it then dawned on him. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that's about to take place for real that people ain't ready for. Okay? Um, some years ago when I was staying over West Baltimore, this African brother told me and another brother that it's a lot of shape shifting going on in Africa in certain locations. And they're not putting it on the news media. They don't want people to know that it's shape shifting and all this other stuff that's going on over there. What part of Africa? I don't know. I forgot what he said, but he wouldn't give a location. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that's going on that people don't want to talk about, and I just want to share that with you. Real brief because it is some shit. There's some stuff, like literally some stuff happening. Um, and you want to keep your eyes open because next year, the real new year is in the spring solstice. So next year, when next year get here, you're going to see a lot of different changes, scientific discoveries. You're going to see a lot of things that's going to happen. Keep your eyes on the weather, especially during the spring solstice and the summer solstice. Watch the storms and everything. Watch what's going on. Watch the volcanoes too. Keep your eyes on the volcanoes. Watch the volcanoes and watch the weather patterns real carefully. It's going to start there's going to be a lot of hurricanes, a lot of tornadoes touching down in places where y'all never thought that you would ever hear about. Mark my words. You're going to hear about landslides and sinkholes next year too. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, just to put that out there. But otherwise, I just want to share this little information with you about the werewolf thing and about what he told me. He said all this stuff is going to be gone. And he said something about the final showdown. I don't know whatever the case may be, but we'll see. But I want to share that with you, shed some light on that, because there's a lot of things that go on unknown that people don't want to talk about. They scared to talk about and so on. But I'm out of here. Peace.